Japan, land of the rising sun, the land of the east, the country known for samurai, sushi, colorful clothing, kanji that people seem to have a hard time memorizing, and weird tentacle erotica that people living at the harbor seem to be really into. The chances are you're not living at the harbor. No. Chances are you're probably living in the countryside, with an older brother that owns all your family's land, only because he was born first. But have no fear, because you have heard of a distant land, a land called America where money grows on trees. And after a rigorous process by your government, you decide to head out and make your stake in the world. Hawaii. Land of the... Wait, actually, hold up. Okay, that's better. So you made it to Hawaii. It may not be America, but it's close enough. Work is hard and the pay is not as high as you thought it would be, but you are working. You try to keep a positive attitude, but those guys with the pale skin and funny mustaches keep yelling at you, and it's really bringing you down. Actually, life for the average Japanese person working the Hawaiian sugarcane fields during the 1850s and onwards are not doing that great. Because of the racism directed at the Japanese and other minority groups because of America's experience with the Chinese and their cheap labor, any and all efforts to make sure these minority groups, including the Japanese, did expand were taken, including a reduction in immigration from the Mongolian countries, or Asian countries, as we say today. It wasn't all doom and gloom. The Japanese government were able to negotiate with the US, allowed more women to come from abroad, but only under the condition of an arranged marriage, through the use of picture brides. It was a cool idea at the time, especially for the guys, but some women got the shorter end of the stick, if you know what I mean. It's kind of like going to a store and ordering a massive calzone, and then finding out the calzone you ordered was filled with fish instead of the meat you always like. So you get up and ask for a refund, but then the owner says, sorry, we don't do refunds. So now you're stuck with the calzone you didn't want. That's kind of like how the picture brides work, except you're the bride, and the calzone you ordered is your husband. The Japanese would soon go on strikes in an effort for better pay and working conditions, but would be denied. In 1905 there was the anti-miscegenation law, and in 1906 San Francisco segregated schools because its labor sponsored Asiatic exclusively. And in 1924 they passed the National Origins Act, which put a limit on immigration for the next few decades. This would end with the McCarran Act in 1952, and the Japanese, like the Chinese, will try to own land, but also like the Chinese, will be unable to do so because they weren't allowed citizenship due to their race, solidified with the Alien Land Act in 1913. The second generation Japanese, or Nisei, would be part of a precarious time in America. Acting as the boundary between two worlds, that of their Japanese parents and that of their American lifestyle, the Nisei will act as the translators and owner of their family's land because of their status as citizens. Because of this, they were commonly seen as the face of their family household. But despite being born and raised in the United States, they are still regularly discriminated against and are often told to go back to Japan and given the derogatory term of Japs. The Nisei, despite this, were still very successful in school, with many having graduated high school and attended 2 years of college. However, even with these qualifications, Japanese Americans found it hard to find jobs due to racial discrimination and having coming of age during the Great Depression, struggling with both social aspects of being Americans in America and finding jobs despite their degrees. Their struggle will escalate even further in 1941, the day of the Imperial Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The Imperial Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor, the people of the United States viewed Japanese Americans with hatred and disgust, and in 1942 that disgust would manifest into actual law with President Roosevelt's Executive Order 9066, which transported 110,000 Japanese Americans into internment camps. Many will lose their homes, their properties, and their way of life for several years, and upon return they'll find everything gone and destroyed. Everything they worked for gone. The internment of so many Japanese Americans will be seen as the biggest breach in the Constitution in American history. Things have improved for Japanese Americans since then, especially since the 1990s with the introduction of anime and manga. But there are still traces of racism today, with some movies refusing to use Asians or Japanese actors as the lead role. Like the upcoming 2017 movie Ghost in the Shell, starring Scarlett Johansson, a white actress playing an Asian character. In any case, life is slowly improving, even if it doesn't feel like it. Give it time and maybe one day we'll have a world where race isn't even a thing. That'd be cool.